Guys, I can't believe, but I messed up again. Not again.
Welcome to the Galaxy S25 Ultra experience after nearly 2 months of usage. Beyond the buzz, beyond the hype, the ups and downs of using Samsung's very best. Now this is going to be a bit of a different video, kind of like a day in a life review slash experience with the S25 Ultra. I just woke up in Dubrovnik, Croatia. This is a location that I always wanted to visit as a Game of Thrones fan. In fact, I've booked myself a Game of Thrones tour in about 1 hour, so let's see how the weather is looking from this window. If I can just switch to the back camera. There we go. Okay, it is cloudy, but it's definitely not raining, which is nice. Now, the thing I love about the Galaxy S25 Ultra is that you can easily switch between all the lenses while shooting 4K 60fps video, including the front camera, something that no other phone can do on the market, which is amazing. So yeah, as I said, it's going to be a bit of a different video. I'm going to take you guys on a typical Z-Tech Gear travel day where we're going to be using the camera extensively along with other apps on the phone, pretty much taking it to its limits and of course taking a look at how it handles the battery life. By the way, before we go, just want to show you guys what case I'm rocking on my Galaxy S25 Ultra. The Banks Armor Air case for the S25 Ultra, extremely thin and light. They honestly make some of the best cases on the market. Definitely check out the link in the description. Since I'm going to be exploring the city walls and climbing on rocks, it's probably a better idea to have a case on the phone. Not only you get enhanced protection thanks to the durable Kevlar fiber which is present on all these phones, it also adds extra function like MagSafe compatibility so you can use magnetic accessories with your device. So don't miss out. Check out the link in the description to get a Banks case today for your Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now, as I was just about to start this exciting day, the Now Brief automatically gave me a nice travel insight where I could plan my trip using AI, ask about anything, including the news or day trips, as well as look at the weather alerts and also have a Spotify suggestion. Now, as I'm standing in the shop waiting for my coffee, I'm going to quickly talk about the design, which I think it's criminally underrated. A lot of people focus on the visual aspect of the design and not actual feel of the phone in real life when you use it, especially for 1 month or more. Only when you do that, you realize that this is a completely different level. In terms of just premiumness and how well a premium flagship phone can be made in 2025, if I have to pick one device, that's going to be the Galaxy S25 Ultra. It just feels really good in hand when you're using it naked. After using the S25 Ultra, I honestly cannot imagine myself using the S24 Ultra with its sharp corners. I even saw a report where it kind of destroyed some pockets on the pants or something. Honestly, this is just so comfortable to hold in hand and it really feels like a proper premium device that you paid your hard-earned money for. Now, coming back to our real-life day, as I was enjoying my coffee, I kind of realized the big permanent mess up that I just made. Since you guys know, Galaxy S25 Ultra's display is pretty unique because it has this oleophobic coating that minimizes reflection. It's a great feature, but it can pretty much ruin the display if you're not careful. So this is a big warning. So what happened was I used the sunscreen in the morning and I cleaned off my hands using a towel. But that wasn't enough because even with just a little bit of that material on the hand, it can react with the oleophobic coating on the S25 Ultra, and well, that can leave a permanent mark, as you can see on my poor flagship phone. This is the same thing that happened to me on the S24 Ultra and it happened to so many people out there. So I don't know if Samsung has made an official warning about this on their keynote or on their website, but just hear from me, if you're going for the S25 Ultra, it's probably better to use a screen protector or just be careful with your hands. Remember to wash them thoroughly when you use a sunscreen. I can only see this when the screen is off, so it doesn't show up when the screen is on, which is great. Now, right after that, I went on to my Game of Thrones tours. We started off with this location where they shot the season 8 of Game of Thrones, and this is pretty much how it looks on the show. It's kind of hard to believe that this exists in real life. And you can notice that throughout this amazing tour that I was doing, being able to use 4K 60fps across all lenses and switch them easily is just so good. You can see how the color difference between different lenses are pretty consistent, something that Samsung used to struggle with back in the day. So it's all looking very nice. Now we went on to explore even more Game of Thrones locations, and after that I was pretty hungry, so it was time to grab something to eat. And I found the best pancakes that you can find in Dubrovnik. These were absolutely delicious. Now, like most people these days, I like to scroll through YouTube shorts as I'm eating my food. I probably shouldn't do this, but yeah, in this situation, I'm also testing the phone, so it's not a big deal. But what is a big deal is the amazing battery performance so far. We were at about 68% after about 2 to 3 hours of continuous camera usage, which is pretty good. Now, speaking of battery life, we've done a battery drain test on the channel, and I've also talked about how good this battery performance is. And now, especially after testing this for about a month, and since it has learned my usage, I would say the battery life is even better than before. Now, I know a lot of people were upset because the battery size was still 5000 mAh, but I assure you that this phone is an absolute beast. You can pretty much get by through some of the most hardcore usage days without any issues. Honestly, Samsung's One UI 7 optimization and Qualcomm's efficiency is a pretty deadly combo. So although the battery size is not big, the battery performance itself is pretty amazing, and it's the lightest ultra flagship phone that you can buy on the market, so that is the upside. Speaking of the actual display, it is really bright. You can pretty much see everything comfortably with no issues, and it's also pretty bezel-less, so there's really no complaints when it comes to the display experience, apart from that warning that I gave you guys regarding the oleophobic coating. Now, after eating some food, it was time to climb the city walls. And check this out, the view was absolutely amazing. I had the chance to experience this. It really looked like the real-life King's Landing from Game of Thrones. Honestly, I'm still stunned that places like these exist in real life. As I was on top, it was the perfect time to test out the zoom performance of the Galaxy S25 Ultra. So both in video as well as in photos, I was really surprised to see just how capable this camera is with the option to zoom up to 100 times. Best part is that now that we get high resolution on the ultra wide, the 5x zoom, you can pretty much leave the 50 megapixel mode on and still get pretty good high detail performance with great HDR and colors. Like, these shots are absolutely amazing. Even when you use the 50 megapixel with human subject, it doesn't ruin your skin tone while giving you pretty good sharp quality. Now, what most users don't realize is that you actually have two camera apps on your Galaxy flagship phone. Yes, you have Expert RAW camera app on your phone, which you can use to take 24 megapixel JPEG photos. So a lot of people think that with Expert RAW you can only take RAW photos, but no, you can take just simple JPEG at 24 megapixel resolution, similar to how iPhone processes the megapixel by default. And well, the difference is quite noticeable compared to the 12 megapixel shot. Now, after exploring the city wall, it was time to eat again, and I obviously wanted something really good, so I ordered a steak, and this looked pretty good. Like, you can judge how good and juicy it is just from this photo. Now, while I was using the food, I used the Galaxy AI translation feature in real life to have a conversation, and it worked pretty well. In case you don't know, Samsung has loads of AI features packed with One UI 7, and a lot of these are actually useful in real life, like the translation features or the circle to search, and of course being able to make your photos look better than ever thanks to the AI smartness.
So it's been a long day of pretty hardcore usage, as I said. Lots of camera usage, lots of social media, constant 5G Wi-Fi, and it is still running on a pretty respectable battery. I believe it is around 20%. It's still enough to stretch it even more for like 2 hours or something. I even video called my family, so that shows that despite having a 5000 mAh cell, this phone is incredible with this battery performance.
Now, as the day was coming to an end, it's time to talk about Samsung's greatest weapon, or perhaps the best feature of the S25 Ultra, and that is easily the software on this phone, which is One UI 7. Apart from the AI features, One UI 7 is just so good. Hands down, my favorite UI on a smartphone right now. And that is actually a pretty big thing to say. It's just how amazing it looks with all the new now brief and now bar features on the lock screen. It feels so aware, like when it's raining, the weather shows this nice animation. If there's a match going on, you get this update on the lock screen. They've also really nailed the animation on this thing. So honestly, this is just so well done. Samsung's journey when it comes to their software from TouchWiz all the way to One UI 7 is just something truly a miracle. As I said before, Samsung truly has achieved their best form and they know it and they are milking it because we should have gotten this update on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Somehow they have managed to delay this update for another month, so you're probably going to get the update in April of 2025. Because One UI 7 is such a big deal for the S25 Ultra, once you have this update on the S24 Ultra, it will be an even less reason to upgrade to this phone. But honestly, overall, after 1 month of usage, I think Samsung has made their already best phone from last year even better in pretty much all areas. Yes, it doesn't have a Bluetooth S Pen, so that's a straight up downgrade, but apart from that, it is an upgrade all around. I've gotten very comfortable with using this design, like I can't see myself going back to that sharp boxy S24 Ultra. I absolutely love the performance of the Snapdragon 8 Elite and its efficiency gains. One UI 7 is just amazing. And while the camera hardware is the same, Samsung has managed to actually improve the performance of video. Like it can actually hold its own against the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which I still think is the best phone when it comes to the video, just a little bit ahead, but the gap has definitely closed down quite a lot. I will be doing an even longer term review of the S25 Ultra in the future, but I have to say Samsung definitely has achieved perfection as much as they can with this design. So next year, they're definitely going to do some big upgrades, perhaps a visual design change and also the main camera sensor change. If you don't upgrade, that's even fine because next year, it's gonna get even crazier. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. With that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.